Alrighty, I was making my way back to the objective area from the checkpoint, because I went and saved there earlier, as I probably will show at the end of my last episode, so never mind. And, well, this guy decided to attack. Whoa, whoops. Ah, whoa. Okay. Learning, like, how to have element of surprise, when to attack, like, what not to do in order to be like that, what not to do in order to not get caught, that kind of thing. It's still a finicky process for me. And I feel like the hitboxes are weird on some things, and there's just some jank generally in this that I feel like I keep just really having trouble with just because of how butterfingery I am sometimes, especially at the beginning of a play session. Anyone else struggle with that? Probably not too many people, I would imagine, although I might be surprised. I definitely have realized that I tend very often to feel like I'm the only one who experiences X, Y, or Z. I think it's a huge thing I tend to do, and then get proven wrong about often. And learning not to assume that, to question those assumptions when I realize I have that about something, has been very helpful for my mental health in ways I wasn't expecting before I started, actually, and ones that I was. There's always benefits to challenging, you know, your delusions and things like that, even ones beyond what you might think. Because, you know, you have this idea in your head, and you're so used to it, and you're also used to all the consequences of it, so to the point where they don't feel like consequences, they just feel like life, until you change it, and then you realize there were consequences, that, especially like the way you carried yourself, that oftentimes led you to doing certain things and away from doing other certain things. That might be better or worse for you, depending. It's very, very, very interesting how our minds shape our actions, and how we, you know, and how as we work on shaping our minds, we shape our actions for the better, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay. Anyway. It's not an easy thing, but I'd say the truly beautiful things in life aren't easy, but ease is not the best thing in life. Ease is not something to strive for. Ease is something to be appreciative of when it is there, but striving for ease is dangerous and lazy, and learning to enjoy the process and the challenge of things is the way to make life easier, because there will be challenges and long processes and everything. That's what I've learned, and that's what led me to actually starting this YouTube channel, because while I definitely feel like I could be doing more work on it, and I definitely feel like I could be being less lazy about editing, for example, having this kind of schedule where I consistently upload a video every day is crazy to me. So, and also just, you know, consistently playing through these games, as well as consistently getting my ass on here, playing the game and on the microphone every single day. That was something I couldn't do before. I'm really proud that I can, and that I can continue working on this as a craft, as a hobby, and it's been a very powerful self-esteem tool for me to work on this stuff. Anyway, Barrett learned a new skill, and I'm hoping that it also becomes, well, it will become a huge part of my livelihood. It already is, even, well, by livelihood I mean my life, and I would love for it to at least be a foundation for my career or careers in some way. But, you know, that's a different goal. It's a future goal. But either way, I don't want to be idle anymore, at least very often. It's a very freeing thing. My comfort zone has become working on this stuff and some other things, and even learning sometimes. It used to be so hard for me to want to learn anything, because learning tends to be overwhelming to me to a degree. But I started to be able to basically enjoy the process of being overwhelmed at least a little bit, and also to regulate my overwhelm so that it's not so overwhelming to the point where I subconsciously always avoid it. It's powerful, man. Anyway. Thank you for coming to the TED Talk of this particular episode, or at least the first one. We all know, if you've watched really any real chunk of my content, how much I love my TED Talks, as it were. Because I think it's an important thing to talk about this kind of stuff. In hopes of helping people find their way, maybe. Especially if you feel yourself finding your way. Like I do when I'm watching this, it's important. God, I love her. And her freaking special moves. I might make a habit of just having a different shot of Makoto as my thumbnail for a lot of these episodes, like I do for the last one, episode 23. I couldn't resist having a sick thumbnail of her on Johanna, because she's a badass. I love her. I love you, Makoto! And your ass, look at that. Okay, sorry. Listen, friends, I'm thirsty for that Makoto. She's beautiful, I love her, that's why I play her so goddamn much. Other than the fact that I also love monk-type hand-to-hand fighting in these action games, always. I mean, hell, I love the idea of that playstyle even in my turn-based stuff. You see people, you know, honing their body as a weapon. It's just a very cool thing to me.
Okay.
This should expand our tactical options. I almost feel sorry for them. Hey, there's a treasure chest. Maybe we should peek inside.
Pink.
Well, that's a nice surprise.
A skill card that I probably won't use. I need to use skill cards in both of these games, but well, let's be honest here, because this game is probably a lot more, you know, a lot friendlier to turning your brain off and not strategizing and just brain deading through. I will probably do that more than not. But, you know, I'm having fun, and also I'm definitely not being brain dead about discussing the story stuff. That's the main thing I'm really wanting to play this for, is the plot and the story stuff, and also just enjoying everything else about it. And the best way I enjoy the gameplay here is to just turn my brain off. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna not really, as long as I don't have to, care much about a mechanic in this game. And frankly, let's be honest, in most games, I tend to not. That's part of the reason why I've migrated so far into single-player games and away from multiplayer, because I just care more about the story and just the general experience of the game, being able to see, hear, and feel it, and just kind of experience it and think about it. Like, look at that pink sky and them skyscrapers in the distance, you know. And less about challenging myself and being challenged and comprehending all the complexities, especially because that kind of thing in and of itself is something that I am literally disabled to do. I am autistic and ADHD, and both of those tend to hinder and slow down the learning process in their own ways. And so I have a very finicky and slow way of learning anything. But I also feel very deeply, and the feelings that games can bring out in me, the comfort, the joy, the exhilaration, that's what I play them for, among other things, for sure. But I'd say if I wanted to pin it down to one primary reason, that's it. And those feelings I don't really get from challenge as much as some other things, except sometimes challenge. Sometimes challenge factors in. But that's if the gameplay really gels with me, not just because I'm being challenged. The point is not to challenge myself. The point is to experience this hole that these developers slaved away their lives with, you know, story-wise, gameplay-wise, etc. At least to the degree I want to, because I know there's a lot of gameplay things, and even side story things that I tend to move away from, but I don't know. But yeah, having a personalized experience that's really engaging. I love these games.
Shadow ahead.
The enemy's right where we want it. We'll breeze right past it.
Yeah, rowdy. Neat.
An easy win, don't you think?
Oh, nice one. Keep it up.
Yikes. Okay, Derg. Okay, I went the wrong way, didn't I? Yeah, I was like, hold on, I shouldn't have to go back through there, should I? Also, some peeps are pretty low health. Yeah, if I just run through here, I should be able to just avoid that, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, the red door. Ah, not quite. I think it was because I was turning back the other way in order to go through the red door. Oh. Yeah, one of these days I'll stop wandering and just, well, I mean, I've already stopped wandering and just, you know, gabbing, rambling on. For now. I think that just honestly I should accept that as part of my content, because I promise you I'm ironing it out to a degree, but sometimes I want to just run with talking and my brain will turn off and I'll make stupid gameplay decisions and not really pay attention to what I'm doing sometimes, and sometimes that will be fine. I think honestly I should be allowed to do that. It's my channel, and I'm kind of self-conscious about it. If only because people have pointed out and been like, Dirk, what the fuck? Especially multiplayer stuff. You know, or sometimes I just do that, and I think I should be allowed to because it's such a tendency I have, and I just fucking like talking, okay? It's part of the reason why I wanted to do Let's Plays, you know what I mean? And the main reason I'd say I want to do Let's Plays other than streams is A, I think I enjoy the Let's Play format at least a little bit more than the stream format, if only because, I don't know, it's just, okay, it's what the Let's Player wants. And you can also edit it, you know, edit, like, frivolous things out, and, like, you know, if I ramble way too much of these, I edit it out, you know, unless I've decided to be lazy for that episode and just upload it raw, and there's been a lot of that lately, and I feel really guilty about that. But I've needed to keep, I promised myself that this whole year, and for the rest of my foreseeable future, I will be uploading a video every single day. But mostly to the end of this year, and I'm hoping that by the end of the year I'll have some kind of fan base. I'm hoping. But if I don't, that's okay too, and I'm going to keep working on it, because this is extremely valuable just making these videos. And I'm hoping that the passion I have for these videos will inspire someone, or maybe it has already inspired someone. I can't really know that. I know, like, I've been getting not literally 0 views, so that's good. And I feel like I've just generally been getting a little more views here and there as we go along, and that feels really fucking good. And even if I did not, I would still do this at this point for the simple joy of playing these games and talking about them and doing the editing and doing the Let's Play format in general. Although the editing is tedious enough that sometimes I just flat don't want to do it. But yeah, making sure I put a video up every day is happening. Also, I need to learn more editing techniques and be less lazy about, like, the actual stuff I know how to do and what I'm doing with my editing, but, you know, one of these days. Okay, Derg. Alright. Wait, nuclear attacks, perfect.
A little more challenge.
Let's keep up the pace, shall we?
Dang, I'm all burnt out.
Might not be able to push through.
Made it!
Me. Okay, yeah. I fought a lot of random stuff. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, hacking battle, right? I hope I can do this.
This way's blocked too. Should be able to hack our way through though.
Beautiful. I hope we're good. Alright.
You guys ready?
Hold on.
Got it.
Hold the phone. Is there another checkpoint here? No, not quite. There's one all the way over there, but I don't think I can reach it from here unless I'm...
It won't open. We'll have to come back when they're not on high alert.
Okay. I'm not gonna go back through there again. It was my mistake, and also, you know, I was not paying enough attention to really know where I was going, and I burned a lot of SP, so... I think I can still do this, just turn brain off button mashing, but we'll see! Because, well, I'm afraid that maybe that's not the case. Because I'm sure it's going to be difficulty turned up from just random nuke encounters, but we'll see. Ooh, I don't know if we've seen this before. Ooh, yes! Oh my god, I love this one. Oh my god, Yusuke's a badass. I love that! I love that animation at the end. God, he's hot when he does that. Okay, yep, Bidurgan coming out in full force. God damn, that was sexy. Nice, Yusuke. Okay. Now, Makoto's still my waifu, but god damn, you know, it makes me really sad because, well, I mean, I've already hit this point before. If you've watched my Persona 5, I really thirst on Yusuke in my royal playthrough. But like, and yeah, like, as far as I'm aware, there was supposed to be, I think it was said officially somewhere that there was supposed to be a Yusuke romance in P5R and P5 as well, but that did not occur, unfortunately. As far as I know, because of XX that are homophobic. As far as I'm aware, although I think that's more of a guess than anything. Which is a shame, and it's also weird because there's some extremely gay subtext in older Atlas games, like Devil Survivor 2, for example. Much more than in Persona 5, and in Persona 5 there's some gay subtext with Yusuke, but it's like played up for jokes. It's not actually like actually gay, like in any real way. But like there's definitely some actual gayness in Devil Survivor 2, which is interesting, and I wish they let that occur. No, you don't. Heck yay! I love that she has a cut-in for getting her hacking done. I love it. I don't know if Futaba has any cut-ins in 5 or 5 Royal, but I love them.
You must be one of the fearsome four. More like fearsome snore, if you ask me.
I'm pretty sure you could name this book Fearsome Snore, and that'd be pretty apt. In general, it's probably the point.
I'm one of the fearsome four, and servant to the Prince of Nightmares, the Great Kuga.
I think these voice actors, and this makes perfect sense, of course, for this scene, were literally told, okay, be as corny and hammy as humanly possible, go. I love it.
I suppose you must possess some skill if you were able to best both Doma and Ante. But you'd be foolish to assume I'd be as easily defeated as them.
I'm noticing a pattern here, an extremely cliched pattern. It's like the rest of the book.
Did the last one say something similar?
Yeah, I love how I love this. The characters keep echoing my thoughts. It's so great. Oh my god. This happened in my Royal playthrough as well. Now, I'd played through that part of the game before, but I didn't remember those lines at all. Because there's so much to remember, right? And my memory is not the best if you ask anyone that knows me. So, but yeah, it's uncanny how often I've been doing that lately. Maybe it's because I know these characters, I don't know. But I really feel like they're just my sentiments that literally I advance the text and then someone else says exactly what I just said, basically. It's great.
Either Natsume didn't vary his characters enough, or he lacked the creativity and started copy-pasting.
I feel like it's kind of both. I gotta do this super cheesy cliche line at least once, right? Prepare to face the chosen! I even went ahead and gave it the ham because it fits, you know what I mean? We gotta do it. We're mired deep in this shitty writing anyway. I might as well make use of it and have fun with it, right?
Man, you are really into this hero thing, huh?
I love how they even are like, oh my god, about it. When you do that.
Yeah, you've got spirit, I'll give you that. I'm starting to like you. Now then, have at you.
The third one, three-headed dog. I think I see what you did there, game. Unless that wasn't intentional.
I'm going to.
That combo strike was devastating! Not done yet.
What's that?
Let's go.
Tweet to ice! Alright, Yusuke. Alright, go ahead, though. Magru. Of course I'll follow up with Makoto. And who would I be if I didn't do that? Definitely not the fanboy Makoto that I am. Alright, perfect! Oh, now he's got high counter, triangle counters, or performing square, 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 triangle. Temporarily increases the number of hits triggered when pressing triangle. Ooh, I gotta try that. Ooh, I'm liking that already. Ouch! Ow! 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 Does anyone have heals? Does anyone have heal and Isaiah? I know that Makoto probably does, right?
It's up to you.
I think so. I hope so. Yeah, she's got Medea. Oh, but she doesn't have the SP. Hold on. Yeah, consider how low everyone is. Long curry for everyone! Ah! Literally just all of them. There we go. That's good. Just gonna try to push through like the rest of this dungeon with that, or at least a lot of it. Now let's just do Dia, because only Fox is injured. Like, severely anyway. Let's do a double Dia on him. But be careful about it. A triple Dia? Okay, hold on now. I should probably be using items, because I know I have healing items, and a lot of them. I probably should have used them exclusively, just not to use a lot of Makoto, because a lot of things have been weak to nuclear in this place, and usually, if there's a lot of that early, there's a lot of that late too, but at least from my experience, and that's in mostly Royal, and like from what I remember right now, which might not be like the most accurate thing in the entire universe, of course. Okay, time to actually use the weakness this thing has in order to finish it off. Oh, this is actually gonna do it? Yeah, it is. Very nice. Time for the curtain, indeed. I love Yusuke's portrayal in this. He's like more badass and confident and less. I don't know. I really love his lines and just flashy sword moves in this game. He gets to be a total badass here, and less of just the starving artist who doesn't know how to money and is extremely eccentric. I mean, of course he's still that, but like in combat he really shows in this game. Although of course he has some cool flashy stuff in Royal and base 5 as well, but especially Royal with the showtimes that he's got. But still, I really love all the flash and all the badassery that he portrays in this game. But everyone has that, of course, because it's a Musou game and Persona together. That's like double Flash, and it's beautiful. It is beautifully executed in this game as well. Anyway.
It looks like this core is a trophy. It says Sokaisho Awards.
Dude probably got this by cheating too.
But look at this date. This was definitely before people's hearts started to change.
So, he won this on his own?
I don't buy it. You can't win an award just by ripping people off.
Regardless, that's 2 pieces of proof obtained.
There's just one left.
Where haven't we checked yet? There was that door back when we first entered. Maybe we should look there.
We did score another piece of proof, so maybe it'll open now. Let's head back.
This isn't love. It's my faith.
I think they're onto us. Be more alert from now on.
Yo, is this it?
The enemy's on high alert. Try not to do anything careless. I think they're onto us. Be more alert from now on.
I can see the prison keep, but the entrance is closed.
Don't think we're getting in that way. Does the book have any other hints, Fox?
In the story, the heroes had to walk across an invisible floor to get inside.
An invisible floor. How do we find something we can't see?
We just have to look really carefully. Maybe something will turn up.
I love all of her comments on how badass everyone is. All of Futaba's comments. I love
Easier
it.
than cleaning
I love
a
her.
paintbrush.
I love everyone in this party. I will always love these characters so much. Heck.
Check out those swords.
Well, we're motherfuckers that are gonna kick your ass. That's who we are, bitch. Dergy did it, y'all.
Shadow's here. Be careful, everyone.
That was over before it started. I should have taken a nap.
Good stuff, guys. Keep it coming.
Ready for ambush. Say when.
Breeze right past
We've done it. Not much of a challenge, were they?
Oh, nice one. Keep it up.
Whoops. Dergy done got pwned. So, yeah. Okay. You need this. I need to stop immediately triangling because of just how long that takes. Hello there, Biscuit Rotting Meat. Holy shit, you have a lot of health.
Slide! Here! Let's go! Alright! Took out most of them! Don't let up, guys! Now!
Feels good, man. Very good.
Don't forget what you learned from this battle.
Stop right there! Damn it! There's more?
So there's a checkpoint nearby. I need to go see that at all. By the way, what's it week to? Nothing that we know of? Oh, no, hold on. Yeah, Orthros. It's ice, right? Yeah, okay, so Fox time.
Yours. I accept. Persona! Prepare yourself!
How about this?
Unshakable teamwork. Very nice. Achievements feel good, man. / trophies. I know they're called trophies on PlayStation, but, well, I mostly played Steam, and I also had an Xbox 360 back in the day that I played a lot on. So, you know, for most of my life, I mostly was a PC gamer, and I'm still basically... Actually, I've migrated over to console stuff a lot more, because I love RPGs, and a lot of the best ones are console only. That's especially the Japanese ones. Really only the Japanese ones. Although there's some exceptions in America as well, but yeah, like, and you know, of course, a lot of great games are on console only, or are just better on consoles, for control reasons and such, and frankly, just poor PC port reasons, so, anyway, there's a lot of bad PC ports of console games, unfortunately, like half-assed, lazy, you know, didn't really care about if it really worked right, kind of a thing, you know? Anyway. But, you know. I always, you know, I've probably played the most Steam games of any platform, and they're called achievements on there, just like on, like, Xbox and stuff, so, you know. I said like Xbox, but just like on Xbox is probably what I mean, because it's the only other major platform, right? So, other than Nintendo stuff. But you know, what I meant by that is platforms that have an achievement system, because I don't think Nintendo actually has an achievement system. At least, like, you know, the same copy-paste thing that Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam have. I just realized that, but I might actually be wrong. I feel like they don't. I've definitely played a lot of Switch games, and I intend to start, you know, doing some Switch playthroughs soon, and on this channel as well.
The enemy's on high alert. Try not to.
Because there's a lot of great RPGs and such on there as well. Another great single-player gem. By the way, I still did not go back and do that checkpoint. By the way, I really like these invisible platforms. They're very... It's a very cool aesthetic. The blue transparency when you use the thief vision. And I'd say this is a really good gameplay use for an action game of the Eagle Vision, or whatever it's called. I call it Eagle Vision probably, well, for the reason that most of you know, can probably infer, because as far as I know, that whole, you know, different vision mode thing that shows you different stuff, it was mostly codified, which is the term from Lore Runner, by Assassin's Creed. And codified does not mean, at least in Lore's definition of the word in relation to this stuff, it doesn't mean the originator of a specific gameplay trope or what have you, or story trope or whatever, but it is like, it was the game that was like, okay, this is the game that made it a very mainstream thing. That's, or just like a very common thing in the genre or whatever. And the whole Eagle Vision thing, like this is very similar to Eagle Vision and Assassin's Creed, and there's been games upon games upon games of all sorts of genres that have had a mode like this ever since Assassin's Creed started having them. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, though, because it might have been a bigger thing before then, but, well, I mean, when I really, like, you know, like, I was born in the 90s, so by the time I was old enough to really play a lot of the, you know, to really be a huge fan of RPGs and stuff, Xbox 360 was the big thing. So I was playing a lot of those, and yeah. Anyway, by the way, am I gonna just fall if I take this away? No, okay. It just
Can't
goes
get this open
invisible.
right now,
Okay, cool.
unless there's a security
Okay,
mechanism at
I
work.
think I could just drop. Hold on, though. I'm looking for that dang checkpoint that was earlier.
This is my fucking self.
Words. Map. I can open the map, can't I? Or I don't remember how the heck to open the map, or if I can. Oh, it's center button. It's center button. Okay. Or by center button, I mean the touchpad button. Pressing down on it. Anyway, yeah, there it is. Okay, so I need to, like, go...
Shadow.
I'll just do this and hope... Unless it's up on top, and that'd be my bad then, but... I hope it's just over here. Yeah, it is. Okay, good.
Hey, checkpoints.
Oh, hey, it actually ran away. I think that noise is a signifier of it, like, losing our scent or whatever.
I should write something.
Especially in the mechanical pooch dog's case. Anyway,